Habari za hizo maji wetu wa TV, karibuni katika kipindi mkipendacho cha mazingira. Kabla na kwa nasi rafiki zako Ale Nzuri pamoja na
Mami Asmani.
Katika kipindi chetu cha mazingira kabla sasa leo tukuone watoto wa mashuleni wakiwa wanafanya vizuri mazingira yao, wakisafisha mazingira yao pamoja na kumwagilia maua yao.
This is Writer School Environmental Club. Today we are going to show you how we clean the school compound. And now we are going to show you what we use to clean this compound. This is a broom. We use it to sweep the rubbish that is around the school compound. This is the pruning scissors. We use it to prune the bushes or the flowers that we have in school. This is the dustbin where we throw the rubbish that we have swept or we have found in the school compound. And these are the buckets which we use to water the flowers. As a group, we are going to pick up the leaves that have fallen from the trees, and then after that we are going to prune and broom the area which have bushes, and after that we are going to water the flowers, and then we will go see how they plant grass. While picking up the leaves, we wear gloves. We wear gloves so that we cannot get any diseases or infections that are in the compound. As you can see, some of our colleagues are picking up the leaves so that they can make the compound clean. We also use the rubbish bin so that we can keep the leaves that we have kept in there. We should not litter. This is how we usually pick the leaves. Let's go to the pruning section where we will see how they prune. Here we prune the bushes and the flowers so that they can look beautiful. We want all the people who come into our school to see that we have colorful flowers and beautiful bushes. Here they prune their flowers, and after pruning the flowers, people will be sweeping. So this is how they prune the flowers. What are the advantages of pruning?
We are avoiding the snakes or insects, bad animals.
That's one of the advantages of pruning, as he said, is that they avoid the snakes and wild animals that stay in the bushes. Here, as you can see, the colleagues have already pruned the bushes and the flowers look wonderful here. When some parents come here or other people which come here for interviews, they see beautiful flowers and they are attractive, so they love it here. We also prune these flowers in order to make it attractive and beautiful. Here, the pruners have already finished pruning the flowers, so our colleagues will be sweeping the compound to remove all the other rubbish that has fallen after pruning. Let's ask this colleague, why do we broom here after the pruners have already pruned?
We sweep here in order to make our environment clean and attractive to the people.
Thank you. As you can see here, say that he always sweeps here in order to make this area attractive. While they are sweeping here, they are 2 colleagues which will be picking up all the rubbish that they have done or they have already swept off. They keep it in the rubbish bin so that they cannot leave any area with any rubbish. Let's ask this colleague, why do you pick up those rubbish that they have swept?
Pick up this rubbish because when they cut off these flowers, then some of the dirt come out on the floor. So we pick them so that we can make the floor be clean.
Yeah, that's what this is what they do every day. Our school is beautiful because of these flowers. We like our school to be beautiful so that all other peoples can come to our school. These flowers smell so beautiful, smell so nice, that's why we plant them. We like planting flowers in our school. Every day we find out another species of flowers, we plant them. As you can see, we have this species of flowers, and they are so beautiful. We planted here in this entrance so that everybody, when everybody comes in this school, they see the flowers that we have planted. These flowers are a very nice species of flowers. They smell good, they are beautiful, and they have good leaves. And sometimes we look at these flowers and say that what beautiful flowers. Let's ask one of these pruna. How do we shape this area?
We shape it like a rectangle so it can look beautiful.
The pruna said that we shape it as a rectangle so that it can look beautiful. So why do you shape it as a rectangle? Obviously, why do you shape it as a rectangle?
Because if we don't shape it like a rectangle, it will be like a bush, so it will look ugly. When we shape it like a rectangle, it will be flowers planted like a nice.
So that's why we shape it as a rectangle. As you have heard, we shape it as a rectangle so that it can look beautiful. When we don't shape it as a rectangle, the flowers will blossom higher, so it will not be beautiful. So we cut all the pointy areas. So we want the flowers to blossom as a rectangular area. As you can see here, we have shaped it as a rectangle and it looks beautiful. Here we have planted different kinds of flowers. Like we have planted this kind and also this kind. This kind of flower and this kind of flower. We have mixed this flower so that people cannot see that there are different kinds of flowers. We just plant only one kind of flower. We plant many kinds of flowers so that the area can have colorful flowers. We can also cut a round shape, a triangle shape, but as we chose a rectangular shape because that is a specific shape that you can cut. But also you can, if your own opinion, you can cut it as a round shape or a square shape or a diamond shape. You can cut it any shape you want. Like here, this bush we have cut it like a circular or oval shape so that this bush look beautiful when it's like this. Here they are nearly finishing sweeping the rubbish that was cut off the bushes, and the area will look beautiful as soon as now. We usually wear boots while we are pruning.
Because they are avoiding the insects. Maybe can come out of there and then come outside.
As he has said that they avoid, for example, a dangerous animal can come out there, which is an infectious animal, can bite their feet or can ruin their clothes or their shoes and their socks. So we usually wear the boots so that we can protect our legs. Why do we also wear gloves while we are pruning? He said that they avoid dirtiness of anything that comes out of the trees. Why don't we prune these large branches?
Because large branches, they will grow again and again. Go in, cut all these leaves as you see.
So he said that they only cut leaves because these branches, other flowers can grow out of these branches. It is part of how the trees grow. Our school looks beautiful because of these trees. All these trees make our school look wonderful. That everyone when comes into our school sees these trees and say, wow, what wonderful school because of these trees. And also these trees gives us shades. When we stay under the tree, we get a beautiful shade, and this is a beautiful surrounding, so we love our school because of these trees. Red and white is a beautiful combination, and they make this environment beautiful. Here, these white flowers and the red flowers are the same species, but they are different colors. Let's ask these colleagues, how do you feel when you see this red combination and white combination of flowers?
I feel good because red and white, when you plant them together, they look beautiful and they can attract a lot of people.
He said that when he sees these flowers, red and white, they look beautiful together and they can attract people. Let's go see how we water the flowers that we have in our school. Here, the colleagues are planting the grass so that the area can be wonderful without this soil area. We usually plant the grass here at school so that everywhere can be beautiful. Some of them will be digging and some of them will be planting the grass. We use this special kind of grass here at school. As you can see, they wear those boots in order to not allow any dangerous thing to harm them. They wear the boots also to be clean, and also they wear gloves so that they can also not harm themselves on their hands. Why do we plant this grass in a certain distance? Why don't we plant them together?
We plant them in a certain distance so that the plants could grow in a different area, a little slight different area. Why? Because when we keep them in touch, maybe the tree can grow and it will be just cross each other. Wild animals and other bad things that could harm us could live there. So that's why we leave a bit of a space so that the plant could grow on itself.
Let me ask you a question. If we plant them in a distance, why when the grass grows, they seem to be close to each other?
Because of phototropism. It follows the day, it follows the sun between the day. How did the day go? If the sun is in the east side, then the plant will follow in the east side. It's called phototropism.
Okay, so they seem to be together because of phototropism.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's ask another colleague why he or she they plant this grass. So you plant this grass together or apart? So you plant them apart. Let's ask you a question. The other colleague said that they seem to be together because of phototropism. What do you think? Why do they seem to be together after they grow?
Because they move from one place to another. They get sunlight and other basic needs for them.
So after you grow here, what happens next? Do you water them? What happens? So after you plant here, you water them. Let's ask another colleague. How do you find this work?
On this work is so easy.
So you find it easy. Why do you think we should do this work in our daily life?
So that you can make a
So
some visitors, when they come, they also see our school is clean.
so after you do all this process, you water the plants.
Yes.
So after every process, after this planting process, after the digging process, you take your water buckets and you water them.
Yes.
Why do you think we should water them?
So that they can grow and they look attractive to people.
So everybody, after this process, we usually water them so that they can make this area attractive. So around here, you plant these trees. Why?
So that we can get good fresh air and also we can get a nice shade.
Okay, let's go ask another colleague how it feels working here. So how do you feel working here at this area? You feel good? So this digging process is easy for you, or is it hard?
Easy.
So every morning you wake up, you come and do this work here.
Yes.
So after doing everything here, when you go to the classes, how does it help in geography, let's say?
We have to know a lot of things. Even when the teachers ask how we plant trees, we are going to know how we plant those trees.
So they also help during class lessons. So after all this digging, or other days do you plant, or every day you dig?
We plant and dig at the same time.
So today you may dig and then the next day you may plant.
Yes.
So this is the only area that you have planted the grass. So you have other areas. Okay. When you are done with planting this grass, we usually use the rope to water the plants, because when we use the bucket, it's going to take a long time. But when we use this rope, it's not going to take a long time. It's going to take a short time, and the water will come out. A lot of water will come out easily. So maintain the pressure that comes out of the water.
Because I use my finger to spoon this all water is coming out, and then the water is coming out with force, and then I'll be able to shower in the plant.
So you must keep the finger there so that the water can come out with force. So that's how you maintain the pressure of the water. Once we're in the rainy season, do we really need to water this grass?
Because the rain will help us to make the plants grow.
So during the rainy season, we don't water this grass.
But when it comes when the rain stops.
When the rain stops, we should water them. Thank you. We use cow dung. Here they have not yet planted the grass, but we use cow dung so that the soil can be fertile. When we keep this cow dung here, the soil will be fertile and they will be able to plant the grass so that the grass can grow easily without any problems. Here we have used very nice cow dung in order to make this soil fertile. We usually get cow dung from cows. That's where we get the name cow dung. As you can see here, we have already poured the cow dung. We are waiting for the process of planting the grass. Now we are going to see what they do after the grass has already grown. After the grass has already grown, we usually slash this grass so that they can be in a very nice standard. Let's ask this colleague, why do we usually cut this grass?
Usually cut this grass because when the grass is grown tall, they can some dangerous insects and animals like snakes, they can hide and cause accidents.
So this is why we cut the grass. Let's ask this colleague, do you find the slashing of grass hard?
It's not so hard because you do not use too much strength, because you do not dig too much down. You just go so up and you cut it.
Okay, So this job is not hard for you. Here, as I said before, we grow trees. Here, when you sit here down and come with your exercise book, test books, and revise here, you usually revise and everything goes softly. Everything you revise here may come into your mind because you are relaxed. Let's ask this colleague. While cutting this grass, are you happy with this job that you are given?
We are happy because it makes our environment clean, but also even if the visitors come, they may love our environment.
So this is why you love this job. So here, have you planted different grass or have you planted the same species of grass?
There are some different grasses, others are kind of yellow, others are green, but also there are some weeds which grow, that's why we slash others.
So that's why you slash. There are some weeds which grow here, so you slash them. So you do weeding here some days. Okay. We'll ask a volunteer to show us how they catch the slasher while they're slashing.
Sometimes you can catch it with 2 arms or 1 hand.
Which one do you think is easier?
You can use 2 hands because it's more safe. Louder. You can use 2 arms because it is more safe, so the slasher won't run away and hurt somebody.
I think you should hold 1 hand because it will be easier. Or do you think we should use 2 hands because it is going to be safer?
Because when you hold with 1 hand, it is very easy for when you are doing it like this to cut. It's so easy for the slash to slip away.
So you think we should use 2 hands?
And those who they like to do with 1 hand, it's okay if you are alone and you know that you have already seen yourself.
Okay, so demonstrate us how you slash the grass.
You just go up, you bring it down,
So you should go softly or hardly?
go softly because when you go hard, you are removing the grass out of the soil.
So that's why you go softly. Thank you for demonstrating for us. While they are slashing this grass, and this is how they do it. They may be 4 or 5 people, but usually you use 3 people because this compound is not that large. When you leave this grass without slashing, what happens?
As I told you, they may grow weeds which can also destroy the grass. Secondly, as my colleague was saying, they may be wild animals like snakes hiding inside the bush.
So if we don't cut this grass, if we don't slash it, some wild animals, like example, what can be?
Snakes, scorpions, and many more.
So that's why we slash this grass. So usually daily, which day do you usually cut this grass, slash this grass?
It's our daily thing.
So it's a daily. But let me ask you a question. If it's daily, today we have cut, so it means that tomorrow it would have already grown.
It depends on the season. There's a season when they grow very fast, and there's a season. It depends because sometimes there's rain that will favor the growth of grass.
So in the hot season they usually dry up, or do they remain green, no?
They sort of remain green, but others which cannot take like this one, they even though they dry.
So when they dry, what do you do with them?
After slashing them, we can pick them up and go and recycle.
Okay, so you usually recycle this. So when you recycle this, what do you use them for?
It can be used but like decorating thing, or you can use them for planting again.
So this can also use, but the dry grass can also be used as manure. Thank you. After they they slash this grass, the ones which are dried up, they may remove them and they can also use them again as manure to grow other grass. So take caring of grass is important, because when you come in here, you may sit down and read and revise really nicely. But when there is no grass here, there will be just soil. So when you sit down, you may gratify yourself. So it is very important to cut grass. Here, after the grass has already grown, we usually water them. We don't use the watering pipe, because here it is just simple. You just water with a bucket and you will finish the work easily, because it's not a huge compound. They water also the flowers so that they can grow easily. Let's ask one of the colleagues why we usually water the flowers. Why do you water these flowers? So you also water the inside of this, you also water the grass here? Okay. Do you find this work easy? Because also you water this grass. I also saw you there while you are planting the grass. So watering flowers and planting the grass is also easy for you. Okay. Do you water the flower daily? So you water the flowers daily. Every day you water here.
Yes, but where there is water them, because the rain helps us to water the flowers.
So when the rain season comes, you don't water, but when the hot season comes, you water. So you also water here inside. Do you water the flowers after they have been slashed, or do you water them before they have been slashed? So when all the slashers come and slash this grass, you water this grass. Thank you. Here, after watering, this grass will grow and the trees and these bushes will grow. As you can see there, some of the bushes like this have grown. Here, the flowers have also grown. The growing season has come. We have planted it not for a very long time, so they are still growing. After we are done watering here, our cleaning process is done, and we are going to our classes, and we go and revise what we have been given by the teachers. My name is Namrinda Mchome. This is Right to School Environmental Club. We are done showing you how we clean the school compound. Thank you. Until next time, we will meet again.
Mpaka hapa tumefikia mwisho wa kipindi chetu mkipendacho cha Mazingira Club. Ulikuwa nami rafiki yako Mami Athmani pamoja na
Ale Nzuri. Mpaka siku nyingine, asanteni na kwaherini.
Kwa maoni na ushauri tuandikie kupitia info@itv.co.tz.
ITV pia inapatikana kupitia satellite Intelsat 906, frequency 3643 MHz, Simborit 8545, Mega Simbo FEC 23, polarization horizontal.
ITV Super Brand Afrika Mashariki.